Hi again, people. Oh, man, here we go. Arizona cops earning the hate. I keep telling you, man, I wish one of these freaking attorneys, ACLU, would make a list of all my inappropriate canine usage and get something to the courts to take away the ability of cops to use dogs. This is freaking outrageous. I've seen some stupid, crazy shit, but this one takes the cake. The cop picks up his dog and throws it on the guy because the guy won't fight back. Absolutely outrageous. So, let's hear about this from this cop expert here. So, according to the article, dog was trained according to a retired cop who is a use force expert. First of all, if he's a retired cop and a use force expert, why the hell ain't he giving his name? He won't give his name. So they talked to some cop. The dog looked like it wanted to play with the shoplifting suspect, wagging his tail and barking, not biting. I'll explain that when I show the video. So, the Avondale, whatever it is, police officer picked up the dog, charged toward the suspect, which was when it began biting him. This is assault with a deadly weapon. This officer should be charged. That attorney general, everybody in Arizona ought to be contacting the attorney general of Arizona saying that cop needs to be charged. This is freaking outrageous. Man, I'm telling you, man, cops are so out of control. And people, the damn cops are going to come here. Rick, why are you picking on the cops? They're not all bad. They're all heroes. You just hate them. This is outrageous government conduct. I mean, I can't believe it. Soon other cops join in beating the man until they arrest him. They could have arrested him. He put his hands behind his back earlier. But the cop wanted to use his freaking dog. Police say the man, Raphael, 27, assaulted them first. But that part was not captured on video. Really? Really? How amazing. So here's the use of force expert lying, because this guy's full of crap. He ain't no use of force expert. We asked a retired officer who is an expert in the use of force, and he does not want to be identified. Yeah, that's because he's a freaking liar, and he's talking like a damn idiot, and he doesn't want anybody to call him on his shit. That's why he didn't give his name. Rick, you can't say that. He could be... Shut up, you crybabies. But he was not handled... But this was not handled correctly. It's bizarre, actually. I've never seen that in a live event. Well, that's because you're an idiot, says the expert. I've seen this in training on a couple occasions for a problematic dog. I don't think I've ever picked up a dog and threw it at somebody. And I've trained hundreds, if not thousands of dogs. When I was stationed in Lackland in the military, we had freaking 600, 800 dogs down at Lackland Air Force Base. We were training 6, 8 different dogs a day. I can't even tell you the number of dogs. I ain't never seen anybody in training pick up a freaking dog and throw it at somebody. Never. But this use expert who won't give his name has. The retired officer says it comes down to a training issue. It always comes down to a training issue. Because he's a cop, he don't know how to say anything else because he wants more money and more vacation to go to more training and then go out there and abuse the freaking rights of people. The dog wasn't doing what it's supposed to do. No shit, the dog's probably causing more harm. No, the dog wasn't causing harm. The freaking dummy handler was the one causing harm. I think the proper thing would have been to get the dog out of it. Well, no shit. It would have been proper. Suspect 20 cell assaulted the officer and the canine before the video began. Boy, I don't know. The whole video I see, I don't see any of that. Let's watch a video. So here's the video at the very start. Let's see this guy assault him. Oh, I'm sorry. We started the video late. Well, you missed the assault. So let me get this straight. This guy assaulted the dog and the cop, and then he stands with his hands behind his back. And he's not aggressive as soon as the camera comes on. Really? Is that what you want me to believe? Is there really some stupid juror sitting on a jury going, oh yeah, I believe the cops. He must have done that. That's freaking outrageous. Flat out lying. Guy's got his hands protecting his nuts, walking backwards. The reason why the dog isn't biting is the guy's not showing aggressive. Some dogs aren't aggressive. We actually trained our dogs that if a guy stopped and stood still, the dog would stop and we'd go into a guard and bark. The dog would just sit and bark at him. If you didn't run, the dog would sit and bark. If you ran, he would chase and grab you. And if you stopped, he would sit and bark. And we would do training that way to make sure the dog would know that. Because we don't want our dogs, real cops, real police canine handlers, don't want their dogs attacking people unless they're fighting or fleeing. But in today's day and age, with these cops out here earning the hate, they want their dogs to attack anybody they tell them to, If they could, they would charge the dog with disobeying an order and have the dog locked up in jail. Guy's walking backwards, not being aggressive, not punching the dog. If he punched the dog and handler before, does it seem reasonable that he wouldn't punch him again? If he punched the dog, does it seem reasonable that the dog wouldn't have bit him? Of course it's not reasonable. It's a flat-out blue line bullshit lie. Outrageous. Guy's got his hands behind his back. They say they couldn't arrest him. We can't arrest him. He was resisting. He was fighting us. It was just too difficult. Watch what this freaking handler does, people. Out-freaking-rageous. See, the dog is barking. He's going in a guard. Handler's probably saying, get him, get him. And the dog's like, he's not resisting. Damn dog knows the law better than a cop. He knows that if the guy ain't fighting, I'm not supposed to use force on him. Freaking outrageous abuse of conduct right here. Cop's frustrated now. What does he do? He picks his freaking dog up, throws it on this guy to where the guy has to defend himself, and then the dog attacks. Out freaking rageous. Crazy. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. So we have all these officers ambushed, and this guy's still running around his dog trying to throw it on him. Ain't no damn one of the cops don't want to get involved. They're like, this dude's going to throw his dog on us. Freaking idiot. So now you got two cops beating him. This guy brings his dog in to chew on him. This is assault with a deadly weapon. Cops are killing dogs left and right because they're claiming and fear their life. Now you have a cop under the color of authority with two other cops fighting and beating him, and he brings his dog in to bite him after the guy was standing with his hands behind his back, and the officer had to pick up the dog and throw it on him. Out freaking rageous. This should have so many people up in arms. It's crazy. This should be on every headline news, every news channel. They should be screaming that cops are out of freaking control. Out freaking rageous. Punching him. Two cops punching him with a dog. Yeah, this guy really looks like he's being aggressive to the cops. He's getting his ass beat. Putting his hands up for defense. Yeah. Here comes another cop. Another one. How many cops we got? Now the handler gets the dog out of the way. We ain't no shit the guys are fighting now. Here comes Mr. Dog Handler. We got four cops beating him up and kicking him. Let me bring my dog in to get another bite. This is abusive. This is unauthorized. This is unlawful. This is a crime. This is a felony, people. And no DA or Attorney General is charging these damn thug cops with this conduct. Out freaking rageous. And I know I'm going to have some freaking cop lover coming here. Well, Rick, you don't know what he did. This was a shoplifting call, people. Shoplifting. Non-violent. The guy didn't look like he had a weapon. He was standing with his hands behind his back, and there will be cops justifying this. Here, let me put my blue line cap on here and justify this. The officers appeared to be overcoming the resistive action of the suspect. He didn't voluntarily comply and get on the ground and lay down because he was afraid of getting his ass beaten and bit. And because he didn't lie down, that made him a no person, and it took 4 officers. You can tell the officers are struggling in trying to get the suspect under control, and the suspect continues to resist and will not let them take him into custody. That's what some dumbass cop who doesn't know what he's talking about will try and justify this incident. Out freaking rageous. Oh, man. They don't have the contact on this agency, but this is so egregious. Man, I'll tell you. We'll end that there.